Hey guys, it's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and just to let you know how committed we are to sweet, sweet baby Yoda and his adventures through The Mandalorian, I am recording my reaction to Episode 3 here in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Now, I'm down here for the Jumanji Junket. We're going to have plenty of interviews from that movie coming up on CinemaBlend's YouTube page and on CinemaBlend's main site soon. But, you know, it's Friday, and that means new episodes of The Mandalorian. So I'm going to press play on the latest episode from the adventures of Mando and sweet, sweet baby Yoda, which, from what I understand, they're going to have some sort of toys in stores in time for the holidays, and that's the greatest news any of us have ever heard. So we want to find out what happens in Episode 3. We want to find out what the title of it's going to be, because I don't know just yet. And before I press play on that, you guys are going to do me a favor by going down and hitting subscribe and turning on your notifications. It's our plan to get through all 8 episodes of The Mandalorian with these fun reaction videos as I try to figure out what's going on in this Star Wars world. And I want to make sure that you guys come along for the ride. So again, subscribe, notifications, and for now, Episode 3 of The Mandalorian. He's awake.
Mando, upon your return, deliver the quarry directly to the client. I have no idea if he wants to eat it or hang it on his wall, but he's very antsy. Safe passage.
It's not a toy.
Well, let's find out why they need Baby Yoda, right? That's the big question. We've heard theories online. They might want to clone him. I've heard a cloning theory. It's also new and strange to him.
Haku.
Now, this is the moment in any Western where the bounty hunter realizes that people he's working for are terrible, and he usually runs off with the bounty.
Yes. Yes.
Very healthy.
How many fobs did you give out?
This asset was of extreme importance to me. I had to ensure its delivery, but to the winner go the spoils.
Wow.
Such a large bounty for such a small package.
Great delivery. Oh no! No! Don't let him go with that mad scientist. He's totally gonna get him out of there.
What are your plans for it?
Is it not the code of the guild that these events are now forgotten? That Beskar is enough to make a handsome replacement for your armor. Unfortunately, finding a Mandalorian in these trying times is more difficult than finding the steel.
You cannot leave him there. You will not leave him there. The sin. Good episode title. Melt that down, fix your suit, go get Baby Yoda.
These were cast in an Imperial smelter. These are the spoils of the Great Purge, the reason that we live hidden like sand rats.
Our secrecy is our survival. Our survival is our strength.
Our strength was once in our numbers. Now we live in the shadows and only come above ground one at a time. Our world was shattered by the Empire, with whom this coward shares tables.
The Empire is no longer, and the Beskar has returned. When one chooses to walk the way of the Mandalore, you are both hunter and prey. How can one be a coward if one chooses this way of life? Have you ever removed your helmet?
No,
Has it ever been removed by others?
never.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I have
This is
spoken.
the way.
I shall use the excess to forge whistling birds,
Reserve some for the foundlings.
as it should always be. The foundlings are the future.
We're learning a lot more about the bounty hunters.
Whistling birds are a powerful defense against multiple enemies. Use them sparingly, for they are rare.
that toy you can sell?
They all hate you, Mando. Because you're a legend.
How many of them had tracking fobs?
All of them! But not one of them closed the deal.
I want my next job.
These are all far away.
The further the better.
Ah, the nobleman's son skipped bail. Looks like you're headed to the ocean dunes of Karnak.
Any idea what they're gonna do with it?
With what?
The kid.
I didn't ask. It's against the guild code.
They work for the Empire.
The Empire is gone, Mando. All that are left are mercenaries and warlords. But if it bothers you, just go back to the core and report them to the New Republic.
That's a joke.
Go get the kid, Mando. Your friend. Look at that shot. Look at the reflections in it. That sweet new armor. I mean, you knew it was gonna happen, but it's still good to see.
Extract the necessary material and be done with it.
Explicitly ordered us to bring it back alive.
Finish your business quickly, as I no longer can guarantee your safety.
Check the perimeter.
Okay, what the heck is going on? I know that you're very confused, and believe me, so am I. But if you read on our YouTube discussion commentary community board, you might have seen that I had some issues with my reaction to The Mandalorian because I was down in Mexico, and technology decided not to cooperate. So what I did was stopped my reaction right at that moment, stopped right in the episode where I left off, and I've resumed the reaction in my familiar office, as you guys know, my backdrop here. And the reason why I did it is because I wanted to preserve the authenticity of the first 20 minutes reaction. I didn't want to try to redo it and fake it. So what I'm going to do is dive right back into the episode from the moment where I lost the access to technology. The Wi-Fi literally just totally died out in my hotel, just completely just disappeared. And try as I might to get it to go back up on and get going. It just wasn't happening. So I'm going to finish the episode now, finish it with you guys, and we'll find out what happens as Mandalorian goes back into, we hope, rescue the child. So let us resume the reaction to episode number 3, titled The Sin. I don't think we know what the sin is yet either, do we? So let's go together. Ooh, flashlight scopes. Mandalorian's such a badass. That armor is so sweet. What an upgrade.
No! No, please don't hurt him. It's just a child.
Oh, get him out of there.
What did you do to it?
I protected him. If it wasn't for me, he would already be dead. Please.
I think they might be trying to clone him. I'm gonna vote cloning. Those flashlights are dope. Stormtroopers always have those? I don't think I've ever seen them use them. Yes! I love the flamethrower aspect of that suit. Oh! This is some of the best Star Wars action that I think I've ever seen.
Wait. What I'm holding is very valuable.
Aw. He just got those. Used them already? Oh. Oh my god, it's gonna be Mando versus all of those guys. Run, dude.
Welcome back, Mando.
The kid's coming with me.
If you truly care about the kid, then you put it on the speeder.
How do I know I can trust you?
Because I'm your only hope.
No way. He's not gonna give it up.
Drive! Drive!
Ooh, take out the droid. That gun is so sick.
That's one impressive weapon.
I'm gonna walk to my ship with the kid, and you're gonna let it happen.
How about this? We take the kid.
Help him, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's got to use some force here. Come on, kid, wake up. Let's go. Mando needs your help. Let's go. Let's go, Baby Yoda. Get up. Oh, dang. Look at these guys. This is the way. Nice. Nice. Oh, my God.
Get out of here. We'll hold them off.
You're going to have to relocate the covert.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Hold it, Mando.
It's never easy.
Wanted to come to this.
Why would you fire off to the sides? R.I.P. Carl Weathers. You are an outstanding addition to the show, sir. Oh. Oh, it hit his brick. Classic. Classic Western trope. Hey, Mando, Clint Eastwood did it first. So many great shots on this show.
Gotta get one of those.
Yes, you do. Oh, give him his little ball. Where to now? You're gonna have a galaxy of bounty hunters on your tail, I'm sure. Let's do some analysis. Boy. Episode 3 of The Mandalorian. Again, the story isn't crazy surprising. I kind of know where it's going. You can tell that Mandalorian's not going to leave Baby Yoda. Still haven't quite figured out what those guys needed Baby Yoda for. I'm really curious about that. But then it kind of plays out. You can almost, you can feel the beats coming if you've paid enough attention to Westerns and Star Wars over the years. And it's following the archetype of an anti-hero, who initially is assumedly up to bad things, or is really in it for the money and isn't supposed to get invested in his target or his bounty. And then in this particular one, Mando gets invested in what's going to happen with the child. So that's what I find pretty interesting, is that as these new episodes start to come along, and now we've seen the first 3, we're learning more details about the man underneath the armor. We see these flashbacks every time he's getting an armor upgrade to the boy that he was, and he was hidden away by his parents during what I assume is the Great Purge. I don't think we know that 100% for sure, but I'm going to go on the record and say that I'm pretty sure that those explosions and fight out the battle that's taking place where his parents are putting him away is going to be the Great Purge. We know that the Great Purge is a bone of contention for the surviving Mandalorians, because it's due to that, with the Empire trying to get rid of all of them, that they are now in hiding and not able to go out as much anymore. And they have this rich history, this pride in their race, and they're disappointed about, where their state in the galaxy is at this point. So that's great to see them all unify and protect Mandalorian at the end of the episode and show this strength in numbers that they do have, almost like another step back towards their assimilation of power. And hopefully this is where they're going, to show that as an army they can be much stronger and don't have to necessarily hide in the shadows anymore. They're starting to retrieve some of all that money that was taken from them by the Empire, and it's getting back into the system. And they basically said it's nice to have it back in the hands of the Mandalorian culture. Werner Herzog, who hired Mando initially to go on this mission, gave you some insight into why it's so valuable to get those awesome bricks. I want one of those. Every time I know as I'm commenting about the Mandalorian that I'm always saying, like, gimme. I want that. I want a Baby Yoda. I want one of the silver bricks. I'm sure, one of the reasons why you see these upgrades to his armor, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. It's so Disney can sell more merchandise, right? You're going to be able to, I'm sure, at some point buy the dusty old Mandalorian. You'll be able to buy action figures of the upgraded armor Mandalorian. There's going to be all sorts of weapons that are available from this. And yes, it's a great story, but it's also great marketing as well, too. We have a new catchphrase. It's no longer I have spoken. The new catchphrase is this is the way, speaking to the rich history of the Mandalorians and the lore that they are dialing into. And thought we lost Carl Weathers. I can't not discuss the fact of how amazingly cool it is that we have a Star Wars show in 2019, 2020 that has a significant role for Carl Weathers, who's just amazing. He's just so great, and he's really good in it, and I'm glad he wasn't killed off. And I'm wondering now, as Mandalorian takes off with the child that pop culture has deemed Baby Yoda, if it's going to be a continuation of, that was the initial bit of bounty hunters that were around that area, and all their fobs kind of went off, if we're going to see an escalation of that hunt for Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. And also, I kind of just want to know where he's going. Like, where on earth could he possibly be taking this child? He's got to have allies. Maybe that's who Gina Carano is playing. Unless Gina Carano is the person he keeps going back to when he gets more of the Bespin? Is it Bespin gold? The Bespin material? School me down in the comments, Star Wars fans. I know that you're going to let me know what that stuff is for sure. But we're trying to find out who Gina Carano is. And I think there are a couple other major actors who are cast in this show that we haven't yet seen. So I'm going to do a little bit of research and find out who else is still coming and who they might be playing. So that was episode 3 of The Mandalorian. We'll be back with our recap to episode 4 next Friday when that one drops. There are only 8 total in this. So by the end of next week's episode, we will be halfway through the show. To me, so far, it's completely exceeding expectations. I thought it would be a great return to form for Star Wars, but didn't realize just how invested in the story and the characters I would get. The bounty hunters in general so far, in the main movies, have not been explored properly. You don't get to know 100% about them. It's mainly that they look really cool and bring this sense of menace that comes with being a silent, lethal hunter, essentially. But I love that in Mandalorian we're learning more about the man who's underneath the armor. And, I do, when I heard the lines about, did you, have you ever taken your helmet off? Has anyone ever taken it off from you? Makes me feel like that's projecting to a pretty significant moment in this show when he is going to take his helmet off. And we'll see that it's Pedro Pascal. Because you hire Pedro Pascal, you use him, essentially. And, that seemed to me like a bit of foreshadowing, but we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. So again, thank you so much for following along with my reaction to episode 3 of Star Wars The Mandalorian on Disney+. We'll be back next Friday for a reaction to episode 4. Go down into the comment section. Let me know what you think about the show so far, and also let me know what you're thinking about these reactions. Do you like the fact that, do you like some of the things I'm picking up? Am I missing certain things that need to be explored? Are there Easter eggs in the episodes that I am overlooking? I'll go back through and read all of your comments. So tell me what you think about both the reaction series and the show in general, and some things that I might be missing or not picking up on, or even some insights that I've given you guys that you didn't see when you were watching it all the way through. While you're down in the comment section, do me a favor, hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. We're posting videos like this all the time on our YouTube page, and we're trying to grow the audience, and we're trying to get into the, the feedback and the community and the give and take that comes with being on a YouTube channel. And we want to just play along with you guys as you're watching The Mandalorian. So subscribe, turn on your notifications, and every time we put a new video up like this, come watch it, come interact with us, and then enjoy all the content that we're putting up on CinemaBlend's YouTube channel.